The Carolina Panthers are a very interesting football team in the fact that they are really bad and don't really have too much redeeming qualities about them. For how bad of a team they are, their cap salary is not that good. You look at other teams that did really bad this year, like Chicago, Washington, New England, Tennessee Titans. Look at all those teams. All those teams are well over 50 million in available salary cap and above, while the Carolina Panthers only have about, I think, in between 20 and 30 million cap. So today I'm going to take over the Carolina Panthers and try to save this franchise from the absolute torture that they have put themselves in. So two quick things. One, this is going to be a realistic rebuild. So no Madden bogus trades, unrealistic trades. It's going to be completely within the realm of realism. Sometimes Madden forces you to do some BS because it's Madden, but for the most part, this is going to be completely realistic. And then secondly here, first, like I do in all my rebuilds, I'm going to quickly just re-sign players, and then we'll look at the team, because I just don't see the sense in going over the team and then I go to re-sign players, and a lot of the players I just talked about just don't get re-signed. So first off here, we have Brian Burns, who has literally no interest in being with the Carolina Panthers at all. I don't hate this contract right here. Please re-sign. Okay, well, in real life, Brian Burns got franchise tagged, so that's what we're going to do again here in Carolina. He has no interest in being with us. I should probably check out why, to be honest. Well, Brian Burns will get franchise tagged and screw us over out of 30 million, but oh well, whatever, I guess. JC Horn, I'm not picking up that fifth-year option. Jeremy Chin is someone I do want to bring back, but he also doesn't want to be here because of our scheme. I will give him 3 years, 7 mil. How about that? Okay, perfect. Jeremy Chin is coming back. Deion Jones, how the mighty have fallen, his ass can walk. Frankie Oluvu, he wants to be here, but it's not like he's really going to go up in overall. I'll sign him to a 2-year, $16 million deal, and Frankie Oluvu comes back here for us in Carolina. DJ Chark can walk. Chris Wormley can walk. LaVisca Chenault can walk. CJ Henderson, God, man, he used to be so good. He can walk. Yergers Toast Matos never developed really for the Carolina Panthers. He can also walk. Okay. Everyone else here can walk. So here is the team for the Carolina Panthers. There is Igumokwamu here, who they have at left tackle. Really, really good offensive lineman that the Carolina Panthers drafted 2 years ago. Superstar dev. He's good enough to play left tackle, but we can also slide him into guard as well if we need. So whatever just works out best for us. They also have Taylor Morton here, who is signed to a massive contract that we can't really get rid of, so he's kind of stuck there for us at right tackle. Then we have Austin Colbert, who's also has a pretty big contract. He's decent, 76 overall star dev, but by the end of the time that this rebuild ends, if this goes 4 to 5 years, we're going to have to replace him. And then I couldn't even tell you who the heck these two guys are, so we need replacements here. Hayden Hurst, I believe, in real life was just cut. I guess we'll cut him too, because that's what happened in real life. In real life, he was cut, but does that even save us any money, or am I just pissing away money doing this? I lose $1 million by cutting him. I don't really want to cut Hayden Hurst. We'll just pretend that I don't know that Hayden Hurst got cut, because I think that was under the radar news. Offensively, the weapons that Bryce Young has are not good. Obviously, so Bryce Young had a really bad rookie season here for Carolina, but in terms of Madden, he's only 23 and he's a 72 overall star dev, and I really think that we can develop him as long as we get weapons around him. Oh my God, 11. He only had 11 passing touchdowns, 10 interceptions. God, he had a bad rookie season. Chuba Hubbard has been on the Panthers for a while. He's average. Miles Sanders had a really bad season with Carolina. He had a really good season with the Eagles the year before, then came to Carolina, didn't do whole much. Jonathan Mingo, they drafted last year. He could develop into something for us, but Panthers definitely need some wide receiver help. Defensively, oh, Jesus Christ. All right, let me move this around a little bit because this is not this is not good. So I just moved them to a 3-4. That's all you really had to do. I don't get why the Carolina Panthers were in a 4-3, but here at a 3-4, they have Brian Burns off the edge, one of the best edge rushers in the NFL, and a real bright spot here at this Carolina Panthers team. J.C. Horn has been a really nice corner for him. Did they draft JC? Yes, they did draft JC Horn. They did. Deontay Jackson has been a really good partner for him, but besides that, they have no corner depth. Defensive line is also really bad outside of Brian Burns and Derek Brown, both players that they drafted. So the Panthers have two nice, really young players on their team. Shaq Thompson is getting up there in age. Good God, he's already 30, so he's a good placeholder for now, but Carolina Panthers have a lot of positions of upgrade. They need more weapons offensively. They need to improve on the offensive line. They need tight end help. They need defensive line help. They need corner help. Safety is decent. I guess Von Bell is actually going to be a trade target here for us. All right, the New York Giants are going to give us the 3rd round pick next year in 2025 for Von Bell. Maybe I could have gotten a 3rd round pick for him this year, but I felt like that would have been a little bit too much of a price. So a 3rd round next year for Von Bell. Now, here's the free agency class. Josh Allen is here, Amari Cooper, Christian Wilkinson is here, Patrick Queen, Chidi Awuzie, Michael Pierce, Kyle Duggar, Jadeveon Clowney, Grover Stewart, Bobby Wagner, Andrew Van Ginkel, Michael Owenu. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through this free agency class, see what players I'm going to re-sign, and then I will get back to you guys. So honestly, with our cap space and just the players that were there, I don't think I was good enough to justify me going out and getting like a big time free agent, because there wasn't really a lot of young, talented, good free agents that even wanted to come here that I could get at a cheap price. So I put an offer out on Hollywood Brown and on Tyre Tart. I even gave Hollywood Brown exactly what he wanted, and the Texans are throwing the absolute bag at him. So we'll see if maybe we can steal Hollywood Brown away from the Houston Texans, and we don't. I'm fine with that. So the only free agency signing we get is Tyre Tart. But like, look at this. Josh Allen didn't want to be here. Cooper didn't want to be here. Queen didn't want to be here. Look at all these guys that just didn't want to be here in Carolina. And I'm going to be completely honest, don't blame them at all. Don't blame them. So we get Tyre Tart. That's going to be really our only free agent signing that we have. And now we're honestly good to sim to the draft. So the Carolina Panthers decided to give up the bag to the Chicago Bears to trade up and draft Bryce Young. So they don't have their own 1st round pick. They were the worst team in the league, though. So in the 2nd round, we'll have the very first pick in the 2nd round, very first round pick in the 3rd round. And next year, we also don't have our 2nd round pick because, again, we gave that to Chicago Bears. But we did get the 3rd round pick from the Giants, at least. But now going into this draft, we don't have a 1st round pick. And our very first pick will be at pick 33. Not promising for the Carolina Panthers to be the worst team in football, and your first pick isn't even until pick 33. But let's just go straight to our pick. Since this is a realistic draft class, I am using a realistic roster. Or I should say real life roster. And let's see who is here at pick 31 for us. Troy Franklin is still here. He could be a good player for us to draft. F catching traffic, that's not really too great. Now, Chris Braswell is here from Bama, speed rusher who would fit really well into our 3-4 system. And he looks to be like an absolute beast. And putting him on the edge outside of, what's his name? I'm blanking on his name right now. You know exactly what I'm trying to talk about. Brian Burns. I think Chris Braswell and Brian Burns actually would be a really good matchup together. So I'm going to draft Chris Braswell to go on the opposite side of Brian Burns. And now we could have a really good edge rusher duo in Chris Braswell and Brian Burns in Carolina. And now let's sim all the way to our 3rd round pick 1. where there will still be a ton of great players here for us to pick from. 5-star Horo is here, and he has B block shedding, B finesse move, B power move, A tackle, A to C impact blocking, A to C hit power. He honestly looks like he'll be a pretty good player here out of Clemson with a lot of good traits. I think I'm going to draft him. Our interior defensive line is bad. We need help on that interior defensive offensive line. And in the 3rd round here, he is someone that can instantly start on that interior of our offensive line, of our defensive line there. Now let's go to our 4th round pick. Having the very first pick in the round is nice, at least for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th round. Let's see, here in the 4th round, I think I'm going to draft Chris Adams-Durain here. We need a 3rd corner, and at least in the 4th round, he's good depth and someone that can instantly start for us. Really good traits for him: 94 speed, 93 acceleration, 90 change of direction, and he's got hidden development. So drafting a hidden dev player in the 4th round is actually still really nice, and I think I'll let Madden sim out the last 3 draft rounds here for me. Draft recap time here for Carolina, and Chris Braswell is a 74 overall, and Rook is just a 70 overall, but he had that hidden development, so hopefully he can develop into something for us. Same with Chris Adams-Durain. In terms of the NFL, Marvin Harrison Jr. went 1st overall. Malik Neighbors fell to 17 and was a 79. Brock Bowers went to the Titans at 7. Ole Fashanu was able to fall to the Jets. Drake Mays went to the Panthers. That's not going to be fun to go up against twice a season. Saints were able to draft Kool-Aid McKinstry. So Bryce Young's going to get to tear him up twice a season. And now that we are at the start of the offseason, what I'm going to quickly do is I'm going to go through the entire team, go through the roster and the depth chart, and set that to how I want to. Okay, I was able to fill out the team how I wanted to. I will show you guys that right after we do the training camp and get to week 1. Now, I never really know how to do training camp because I'm going to be honest, I don't really think most people honestly truly care about this. So what I have come up with is for the very first season here in year 1 of training camp, I will show you who I'm using. So for example, this passing one, I'm using Bryce Young. And then I'll show you when I do the wide receiver ones, corner ones, etc., who I'm using and what I get with them. But then after this year 1, I will not show the training camp and who I am using unless A, something interesting happens, or like someone goes up in dev trait, or a different player is there. So it's probably safe to assume that Bryce Young will be the quarterback for this entire franchise. Maybe not, but possibly. So I'm not going to show you the quarterback one again after this, and you can just assume it was Bryce Young, and you can assume I got gold with him. Same with wide receiver ones. We're probably going to be getting some more wide receivers here soon, because our wide receiver depth chart is ass. So it's probably safe to assume that next season I'll tell you who I'm doing for wide receiver. So hopefully that makes sense. That's the best solution that I've come up with, is after I've shown a player and me doing training camp with him once, the next season, if I just don't show that position or that practice, you want to say, I'm just assume I did it with the same character last year and got gold with him. So Bryce Young here, we get gold with. Wide receiver battle. Honestly, our offensive weapons here are so trash that Jonathan Mingo's... I guess I'll maybe do Terrace Marshall for the next one just because it's so easy. But damn, the Carolina Panthers really need some skill positions. I'm going to get gold with Jonathan Mingo. I guess because I got nothing better to do, I will humor doing Terrace Marshall Jr. here just because it's quick and easy. It'll take me 30 seconds to get him gold. And we easily get gold with Terrace Marshall Jr. there. I also just made myself a cocktail in the Atlanta Falcons cup. I don't know if you guys can see that. Go Birds. Now, trench long battle, I'm honestly torn on who to do here. Because it's either going to be Chris Braswell. I think I might do Rook. Just because he's probably going to play less than Chris, and those player snaps are going to be really nice to unlock his development trait faster. So we'll do our 3rd round pick Rook here. And Rook gets gold, Good job, Rook. Those 300 snaps are going to be really nice for him. That's going to help him unlock his dev trait a lot faster. And the skill point, obviously, is also something that is really nice as well that you cannot complain about. Jason tackles ass. Not doing that shit. That's just a torture. And here at corner, maybe do Chris Adams Dwayne here at DB battle, and then we can do JC Horn for the other one. All right, and Chris we actually got gold with very easily. Now the last one I'm going to do here is JC Horn. This one is definitely one of the harder training camps just because, well, it's just ass. You know, something I've just realized is that for how bad the Carolina Panthers are, they have actually done really good with their draft picks. JC Horn, Derek Brown, Ikemukwanu, Brian Burns, they've hit on a lot of their first round picks. The Carolina Panthers have been a solid team when it comes to drafting. Everything else has been ass. They have sucked at everything else. But the Carolina Panthers have been a really good team at drafting, and hopefully we can continue now after we have taken over the team here. Ooh, and in preseason week 3 here, we have a couple of things. Wide receiver mentorship, Terrence Marshall Jr. Let us have him get better at getting open. All right, +2 release and +2 medium route running for Terrace Johnson Jr. You cannot complain about that at all, not complain. We also have a training camp standout here as well. I wonder who this is going to be for. Ooh, Chris Braswell. Let's make him have better play recognition. +5 play rec for Chris. We cannot complain about that at all. Here we are at the start of season 1. Set season goals. I don't think we're going to be good. Honestly, 7 wins might be too much for us. I'm being serious when I say that. So I'm just going to do 4 wins here. Be conservative. Draft class, we'll just do auto-generated rookies. I'm going to do auto-generated rookies for here on out. I'm not going to up the sliders on them. And let me quickly set the scouts so far. I see a lot of top offensive line tackles. So this might be a really good offensive line draft class. Okay, I've set the scouts how I wanted to. It seemed like it was a draft class that was really heavy in offensive tackles and corner as well. So training camp standout, this can be with Chris Braswell here, not our first round rookie, our second round rookie who we drafted first overall. And hopefully he can have a big game for us. 2 tackles for loss or 2 sacks, which I think actually could be possible with a right outside linebacker here. Opening day keys. Now, what do we want to do against the Falcons here with Drake May? They have a rookie quarterback, and our defense is a lot better than our offense. So maybe we can disrupt the pass here and get to Drake May and not allow him to ball out in his very first game as a rookie for the Atlanta Falcons. So here we go for year 1, or I guess year 1 for us, 2024. Offense, I barely did anything for. Now realizing about it, in the draft, I went pretty much all defense. So offensively here, it's going to be an interesting season here for Carolina for sure. Very interesting season. Defensively, defense looks a lot nicer here. We got Chris Braswell on the opposite side of Brian Burns. Our interior defensive line does not look that bad anymore. We got some nice young guys in there. Corner, we got Chris Adams Dwayne, who can be a nice third corner for us here, and we still got some good safeties as well. So the defense, actually, I have some hope for. I have some hope that our defense actually won't be complete trash this season. Offensively, I'm just going to hope that Bryce Young can develop for us. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm now going to advance to week 3, because in week 3 you can sign free agents. And also I'm just going to advance to the next week as well, just in case somehow, some way, Chris Braswell here got his camp standout. We lose week 1 to the Falcons. Oh no, Falcons beat us up. Braswell also did crap in his rookie debut, so that's really nice to see. Maybe we were able to hold Drake May to under 200 passing yards, though, at least. And we weren't. All right, so Drake May had a phenomenal rookie opening game on us as well, so that's really nice to see. But let's advance to week 3. We can see who we need to re-sign. I think, or maybe I picked up JC Horn's 5th-year option. So JC Horn actually might not be here, but there should probably be some guys here. Maybe Derek Brown needs a contract. I actually don't know if the Panthers re-signed Derek Brown or not. We just lost 38-0. Holy fuck. Okay. Well, oh my God, the Panthers have 130 million cap. Okay, Brian Burns. Why does Brian Burns not want to be here? What is taking him off so much? What's his motivations? Our scheme. You know what? I'll see how Brian Burns does. We'll see how Brian Burns does. Derek Brown, though, I definitely want to re-sign. Why doesn't he want to be here? Why does he have no interest in being with us? No income tax. That's really hot. Damn, that's a lot of money, too. Maybe he'll sign this? Well, we'll see, I guess. J.C. Horn, we will be bringing back. I thought I signed his 5th-year option, and this is actually a really good contract for J.C. Horn. Please just accept this. What the fuck do you mean, J.C.? Deontay Johnson, we need cornerback depth. I'll sign him to this 1-year contract. It's just 5.5 mil. Pretty cheap deal. Austin Colbert, I also don't hate that deal, but we could potentially... I don't hate it. I don't hate this contract. I'll give him it. Okay. No one wants to fucking re-sign with us. I don't blame them. I don't blame them for not wanting to re-sign. Xavier Woods, he's going to walk. I might honestly trade him at the trade deadline. Good God. Well, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be really interesting, to say the least. Let me set the regional scouting focus, and then we will sim to the mid-season mark here. At the mid-season mark, we are 0-6. We do have a breakout running back, though. So at least that's something. Chuba Hubbard. You know what? Maybe Chuba Hubbard can have a big game, and he can actually develop to be a franchise running back for us here. Now, let's try to go and re-sign some of these guys that didn't want to be here. Derek Brown. Come on, man. I'll give him a little bit more money. This is the best I can do. If he doesn't accept this, I don't know what to do. This is the best I can do. Okay. I just had to overpay for Derek Brown, but he's definitely one of the best players on this team. J.C. Horn, I think he said he was fine re-signing, but for some reason, wasn't. So maybe we'll just give him, 1 more year on the contract, up at just a smidge, and J.C. Horn comes back as well. That's honestly not a bad contract at all for J.C. Horn. Now, Xavier Woods is going to get traded here. Brian Burns, man. Let's actually go look at the stats. I want to see if Brian Burns is actually even doing anything. Same with Austin Colbert. If he's allowing an ass ton of sacks, then I'm not going to bring him back. So let me quickly go look at the stats here and see what's going on and why we're 0-6. Okay, so, oh my God, we have the worst offense ever known to mankind. Our offense is absolutely horrendous. Bryce Young, trash. Chuba Hubbard, trash. We have 2 rushing touchdowns. We have 2 rushing touchdowns. Receiving is something. It doesn't look terrible, I guess. Ikwuakwama with 6 sacks. Austin Colbert, of course, he's our best offensive weapon. That's just how it always goes. It's just life. Defensively, Chris Braswell with 3.5 sacks, Brian Burns with 2.5 sacks, Derek Brown with 2 sacks. That's nice. I mean, I want to re-sign Brian Burns. He's such a big name. I don't want to keep on just giving him franchise tags. So let's just see if Brian Burns will sign this. Fuck you, Brian Burns. All right. Well, let's just sim to the end of the regular season then. Oh, wait. What, a 4th round pick? That seemed fair for Xavier Woods. He's on the last year of his contract. All right. We traded away Xavier Woods for a 4th. I don't care who goes in there and replaces him, to be honest with you. So now let's sim to the playoffs, and let's see if we can turn this around. Let's see if we can go on an 11-game winning streak and go 11-6 and win the division and make the playoffs. So we finished 3-14, which is 1 game better than last season. We were 2-15 last year, or at least in real life, they were 2-15. So I took over for the Panthers and improved them by 1 win. So suck on that, Carolina. Let's see who are the losers who lost to us. In real life, the Panthers beat the Falcons because We're such an awesome team, and I honestly don't remember who the second team they beat was. So we started out 0-6, 0-7, but then we went back-to-back, beating the Bears and the Arizona Cardinals, and we beat the Buccaneers. Suck on that, Bucks. Bucks, Bears, and Cardinals are the three sad, sad teams that ended up losing to us. Hopefully we have the first overall pick. There could be a world where there is a team that did worse than us. There's no way we either have pick 1 or pick 2 here. And of course it's pick 2. I really hope there isn't supposed to be a phenomenal player going first overall. Who was that bad? Who was so bad that they ended up getting pick 1? The Chicago Bears went 2-15. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, the Bears will have pick 1 and we will have pick 2. 25 interceptions. Good God, Bryce. Rushing, Chuba Hubbard. Oh, I forgot to check to see if he got that breakout player. Actually, if he got it, I'm going to give it to him. I'm going to go see if he got the breakout player real fast. So this would have been, I think, week 8, right? Right? I think this was week 8 because we had the bye. Okay, week 8, he went 10 for 30, no touchdowns. We need a running back. Okay, we need a running back. Chuba Hubbard, ass. Dude's not it. Dude is not it. Oh, I forgot that we actually had some rookies as well that we probably should have checked their dev traits on. Ruka over here actually had a pretty good season for us. I forgot to look at the rest of the stats because I was so caught up on Chuba Hubbard. Hayden Hurst, Terrace Marshall, and Jonathan Mingo all had 900-yard seasons. That's not bad. On the offensive line, Taylor Morton, ass. Ikamukwamu, ass. Of course, Austin Colbert only allowed 1 sack. I'll give him a contract and then he'll play like shit. Defensive line, Brian Burns and Derek Brown both had 8 sacks, which was nice. Chris Braswell and Ruka. You know what? It was their rookie season. We can give them a pass. Okay, I'm going to send them to the Super Bowl and see if somehow, some way, anyone on the team got a dev trait. Offensively, I know that shit ain't happening. Maybe on defense, sometimes you get like dev traits for tackles. I know linebacker is pretty easy to give a dev trait increase on just for a tackle bonus. So maybe one of our linebackers or a safety or something was able to get a dev trait increased due to tackle bonus. Yeah, offensively, no one went up in dev trait. Surprise, surprise. Defensively, the only one that we got here was Shaq Thomas went up to Superstar Dev. Nobody else got a dev trait here for us, though. So, Ikamukwamu, I probably won't pick up that 5th-year option. That's a lot of money. I'll just re-sign him next year. Brian Burns. Fuck, Brian Burns. Come on, man. What am I supposed to do here? Brian, this is the best I can do. This is the absolute best I can do for you, man. Jesus Christ. Overpaid for him, but we just need the help. Austin Colbert, just sign this, please. Thank God. Okay, we brought him back on a 2-year deal. I don't hate that at all. Shaq Thompson, I don't really... If he accepts this, he can come back. Okay, I'm fine with that. You can walk, man. I'm completely fine with that. Chuba Hubbard, he can walk. Terrace Marshall, he can walk. He doesn't want to be here. I don't really want to re-sign him. Okay. Okay, so we still have a lot of holes to fix. We have some players on some contracts that are probably way too expensive. Our only saving grace is that hopefully the Bryce Young contract that we're going to have to give him here soon won't be that bad because he's only, I think, a 75 overall. But let's go to free agency. We got some money now. Let's see what we can do. Nick Chubb is here. Joe Thuney is here. Javon Holland is here. Dre Greenlaw is here. JOK. Greg Newsome. DJ Reader. Taron Johnson. Ryan Jensen. The Honey Badgers here. Rasul Douglas is here. DeAndre Hopkins. Josh Sweat is here. So there are some good guys here. So let me glance over free agency here and see who I want to sign to Carolina. So here's the players I'm going after. I signed Joe Thuney to a big 2-year contract. Jamie Davis, I offered him a 4-year deal. Just why not, for shits and giggles. Then Reggie and those two guys as well. So let's see who we get. Let's see if we get any of these guys here. And we get Davis, and he can instantly come in and be a starting middle linebacker for us here for the next 4 years. And we get a free safety right now. And Joe Thuney went back to New England on a 1-year contract, even though I offered him a 2-year deal. Oh, New England also got Javon Holland as well. Oh, and the Titans. Titans and New England signed a lot of guys here. We desperately need interior offensive line help bad. Taylor Morton's also ass too. We just need offensive line desperately. Ikumukwanu and Colbert are the only two guys I'm actually happy with on this offensive line. We need a running back desperately. Oh, I didn't realize that Adam Thielen retired. He's like, fuck this team. He just straight up retired. This offense needs help. Defensively, actually, I'm looking at this defense right now, and it's not bad. There's some young players here like Braswell, Brown, Ruka. The corners, secondary, like the defense actually isn't that terrible. I don't think I really need to worry about the defense. This offense, though, trash. This is straight trash. We need tight end, we need running back, we need wide receiver, and we need interior offensive line. We need everything on offense except basically quarterback and 2 offensive line positions. I'm going to go see if I can get anything else in free agency because I did not realize that it is this bad. Just to get some wide receiver help, I signed Brandon Cooks to a 1-year, $7 million contract. He's basically going to be our veteran wide receiver. Well, what's he going to be? He's going to be our Adam Thielen replacement. We still have a lot of cap. Like I said, defensively, I'm actually not upset with the Panthers' defense. Defensively, the defense isn't that bad. Offense is horrendous, though. Absolutely trash offense. So in this draft, we need to really hope that there are some really good draft prospects here. We have the 2nd overall pick. If there's no one there that we like, we can trade down to accumulate more picks. But this draft class, it said that it was heavy on offensive line, wide receiver, and corner. So hopefully there's a really good offensive line prospect here or a wide receiver here that I can take it to and just immediately upgrade the team. And I got my scouting focus here, so let's see here who's at the top of the class. So I'm going to be honest, I don't think I'm taking a player here at pick 2. I'm looking at the draft board, I'm looking at the mock draft, and these offensive tackles here that are supposed to go 1 and 2 don't look that good. Like Telvin Hudson, the speed rusher, doesn't look that good. The top of this offensive line does not look good. Now, there are some guys down the board that I really liked. This tight end here at 6 does not look bad at all. This middle linebacker, Isaiah Jones, could be an absolute freak. And I know I just said that I need offense, but he's 21, has really good traits, phenomenal athlete, elite acceleration, elite agility, elite speed. Frankie Aluvu is, I think, a 28 overall normal dev. So we just signed Jordan Davis to be our middle linebacker 1, but Isaiah Jones looks just like an absolute freak. I put my scouting focus on him. I think they'll get us to 90%. If his traits are really good, I might honestly draft the middle linebacker because he just looks like such a freak middle linebacker, but I'm definitely trading out of this spot. I'm not drafting here at pick 2. So let's go into the draft here. Let's look at the guys that I put my scouting focus on. Let's pause the draft. Bears can draft here at pick 1. They take the right end, and now let's look at this draft board here. This tight end, Jared Riley. Really good traits. Really good athlete. A medium route, A spectacular catch, A catch in traffic, A catching, A to B awareness. Oh my god, this tight end actually looks really good. Jared Riley looks really good. But what about this middle linebacker that I scouted as well? Is that A block shedding? A block shedding as a middle linebacker, A zone coverage, really damn good traits, A play rec, A zone, B man, A block shed, A awareness. Oh my, I want both these guys. I want both the tight end and the middle linebacker. I think the tight end was supposed to go 6, middle linebacker is supposed to go 8, but that middle linebacker can go 7. I think I need to find a way to get pick 6 and pick 7 here. So I'm going to somehow gonna figure this out, how to get pick 6 and pick 7. Now the Commanders are offering me a second and a third round pick next season for pick 6. So the Commanders want to trade up. So let me go make a trade with Washington here real fast. Okay, so I'm trading away pick 2 and a 7th round pick this year and a 4th round pick in 2026 to the Commanders for pick 6 and their 1st round pick next year. So basically the Commanders are moving up 4 spots, and in return they're giving us their 1st round pick next year, but they also are picking up a 4th and a 7th to compensate them for that. So now let's just go pick by pick here and see what happens. Commanders take a right tackle. The Texans at 3 go the left tackle. The Browns at 4 draft Jordan Dune. And the Steelers at 5 end up going with Tyrell Peterson. Now here we are at pick 6. And like I said, I really want the tight end. I also really want this middle linebacker. And the middle linebacker is supposed to go to the Jets at 8. So let me draft Jared Riley here. Oh, he went to Boston College. I have to draft him now. I have to draft him. That's where the GOAT went to college. That's where the fucking GOAT went to college, is at Boston College here. So Jared Riley will be the pick. Hidden development. Really damn good athlete for a tight end. He's 22 as well, which is a nice age. 6'4", 238. He will instantly come in and be a really damn good weapon for Bryce Young. Okay, and now I need to figure out how to trade up to pick 7 or pick 8 here. I'm going to see what I can do. I'm going to see what I can make happen, because I also really want this middle linebacker as well. Okay. I've traded up to pick 7 with the Rams. We had 2 third-round picks, ours and the Giants. We traded away both of those. I think I traded away the Commanders' first-round pick in 2026. There's no way to check if it was mine or the Commanders. So I think I traded away the Commanders. Might have traded away my own. But then also a couple of late-round picks I had to throw in there as well to sweeten the pot. So now we also have pick 7. I'm going to take that middle linebacker. Oh my god, I almost hit skip ahead in the draft. You would have no clue how pissed off I would have been if I did that. Now I'm going to take the middle linebacker. Honestly, I feel like I didn't have to give up that much for him, because the 2nd round pick I traded away, or I had the 2nd overall pick, I traded that down to pick 6 and a 1st round pick. So honestly, all I really had to give away was a couple of late round picks. We've lost out on a decent amount of late round picks, but all of the picks that we lost out on were, like I said, I traded away 2/3, so I didn't really have to give up that much. And the middle linebacker is hidden dev with 92 acceleration, 86 speed, 86 acceleration. Frankie Oluvu is on the last year of his contract as well, so I can honestly now trade away Frankie Oluvu and be able to get something for him and get some of the late round picks back. So now let's go all the way to round 4, because we don't have our 2nd round pick because we traded that to the Bears. And we just traded away both of our 3rd round picks to the Rams to trade up to 7 here. So is there anything here worth drafting in the 4th round? This tight end here, also out of Boston College, doesn't look terrible. Philip Brine, only normal dev, but hey, let's put the Boston College tight ends together as buddies. He can be a good backup tight end for us, and we will let Madden simulate the rest of the draft. I'm actually really happy with this. Phenomenal tight end and a hopefully really good middle linebacker as well. Both of them at least had hidden development, so they're both at least they are both star dev or better. You're hoping at least one of them is better, but I actually cannot complain about that draft at all. Our offensive line is still trash. We will definitely need to fix that. Oh my god, the middle linebacker's an 81 overall. And the tight end's a 79. We had a phenomenal draft. And the backup tight end's a 73 too. What a damn good draft for us. And we barely had to give up anything for this too. A couple of 3rd round picks, a couple of 4th and 7th round picks. Nothing crazy at all. And we got the best player in the draft in Isaiah Jones out of USC. The Colts got a really good strong safety. We also got the 3rd best player in the draft. We got the 1st and the 3rd best player in the draft. There were a couple of good corners in here as well. I wasn't really looking at corner. We have good corners. Damn. All right, I'm going to see what the dev trade is of this strong safety. Hopefully it's only star, because I don't know if there's a cap on how many good... Fuck, he's X Factor. Fuck. I don't know if that reduces the chance of either either of our guys being X Factor. I really hope not, but that's not good to see that there already was another X Factor in this draft class. Here we are now at the training camp. First things first, let me fill out this roster and clean this roster up a bit. Frankie Oluvu just has to get traded now that we have 2 really good linebackers behind him. Okay, I'm trading Frankie Oluvu to the Bears for Darnell Mooney straight up. Darnell Mooney, I think, is a year younger. They're both on 1 year left on their contract. We need wide receiver help bad. I don't hate the trade. Okay, so looking at this offense now, we need a left guard. Bad. Desperately need a left guard. Defense, though, like, I'm happy with this defense. Honestly, look at this linebacker core. Look at this front 7. This is not a bad front 7. Tahir Tart we could probably upgrade on, but the rest of this front 7, not bad. The secondary, we're gonna need another corner here soon because Deontay Jackson's only on a 1 year deal. We could upgrade at free safety. The defense isn't bad. If the defense can develop, shit, dude, we don't have a bad defense. Offense, we don't have any wide receivers, basically. Don't have a running back. We got Riley now, at least. But we need to probably go out and get a left guard. I'll sign him to a contract and move him over to left guard for us. Time to do training camp. Like I said, if I don't show you it, then it's the same person as last time. So, like, for example, for passing, obviously I'm doing Bryce Young. For wide receiver battle, I'm probably just going to do Jonathan Mingo and Jared Riley for the 2 of them. Chase and tackle, I'm going to try this out with Isaiah Jones. We'll see how this goes. You just need to get silver in order to get him a skill point. So we'll see how this goes. We also only have Miles Sanders there in the backfield, and he's not a good running back. So hopefully, you see, and this is why chase and tackle is such fucking bullshit. Such horseshit, because there's nothing you can do about it. Madden can just predetermine that the running back is going to be able to... That's just on me talking. I was pissed off by the last one. But Madden can just predetermine that the running back is going to just shit off the tackle. I'm also trash, by the way. I'm also really bad. But Madden can just predetermine that it's going to just have the running back shit off the tackle, and there's absolutely just nothing you can do about it. So you just kind of have to accept the L some of the times on some of these. See, like right there. What am I supposed to do right there? I fucking did everything perfectly, but Madden will just predetermine that the running back is going to that the running back is going to do some very unfun things to do. Fuck this bullshit. Fuck this one, man. Jason tackles such horseshit. God, EA is such a fucking lazy developer, man. Okay, what am I supposed to do? Jones, what are you fucking doing? Freak athlete my fucking ass. Miles Sanders is fucking kicking you a new one in, dude. Fucking Jesus fucking Christ. Again, what? There's nothing I can fucking do. There's nothing I can fucking do. There's nothing I can fucking do. I can't do fucking anything about this. Fuck this horse shit. Oh my fucking god, I'm about to lose my fucking mind. I'm about to seriously fucking lose my fucking mind on this bullshit. Get fucked in the ass, Miles Sanders. Suck my wiener. Dude, I just want to get fucking silver! Fuck! I'm wasting so much time of my fucking life right now. Good god. Madden, just fuck off! God. I don't know. No one at EA plays the fucking game. It's so apparent that nobody at EA fucking tests the game and plays the game. Who the fuck thought that this shit was fun? Who decided to allow this bullshit to happen? Be like, you know what? Let's make a fucking game mode where the player can be perfect and the running back can just fuck him. Let's just make a game mode where it doesn't matter what you do, you can do everything that it tells you to do. Doesn't fucking matter. Let's just teach them a hard lesson on life. That, you know what, it doesn't fucking matter what you do. You can still just be not good enough, an ass, and fail. You can be 100% perfect and fail. You know what, Madden? It's a fucking video game for a reason. And it's like, what am I supposed to do there? Miles Sanders is washed. Show me where he's doing that fucking shit in real life. Fuck you, Miles Sanders, little pussy-ass bitch. Fucking bitch. I hate this bullshit so fucking much. I hate this fucking bullshit. I fucking hate this bullshit. What am I supposed to do? I'm struggling to get even fucking silver on this bullshit. Even though I got a 7 overall higher middle linebacker who fucking just can't do anything. Because you know what? Madden's just going to decide when Miles Sanders is just going to be able to fucking tear it up the middle for a big damn run. And I can't do fucking shit about it. I'm wasting so much time and so much of my life doing this fucking bullshit right now. I'm fucking pissing away precious seconds that I could be doing something else. What? I don't fucking know. Sleep? Fuck you, Miles Sanders. Fuck this. I just wasted 20 minutes of my life. Okay, here we are at the start of Season 1. Our team's improved. Still got a ways to go. Do I think we can get to 7 wins? Probably not, but let's commit to 7 wins. Let's just see if that happens somehow. Choose a draft class. Again, we'll do auto-generated rookies, and again, I will set the scouts here. Okay, the scouts have been set. Let's now look at the opening day keys here. Let's do... fuck, I probably should have done offense this time. Let's stop the run. The Dolphins don't have a good run game. Let's see if hopefully we can allow under 75 rushing yards. They're going into 2025 now. Here's the updated roster. Offensive weapons, we got Mooney and we got Jared Riley, but we still need more offensive weapons. Interior of offensive line is not good at all. Miles Sanders is okay. We're going to need to upgrade on him. Defense, though, I'm really happy with this defense. Really happy with this defense right now. So I'm expecting good things from the defense. I'm expecting the defense to develop. Offense, I'm just hoping that it's not a complete shit show. Oh, let me set the depth chart and then we can advance. Year 2 now. Let's see if we can beat the Dolphins in week 1. We're in Miami too, so that would be a massive win for us week 1 if we can do it. And we get blown the fuck out. Absolutely blown the fuck out. Okay. Okay. Derek Brown knows that they have to step up. Well, apparently not Derek Brown, because the defense allowed 35 points, but the offense only scored 10 points too. Rivalry game here. Oh, we go Bucks, Falcons, Saints. That's going to be sexy. But you know what? Maybe Bryce Young will ball out. Maybe Bryce Young will finally have that breakout game and show fans, I'm him. I can be the franchise quarterback for the Carolina Panthers. Can Bryce Young get it done at home? Homestead game, and he actually can. Holy shit, I did not think we would. Good job, Bryce Young. I was not expecting the W, but he actually dropped 27 on their ass. Let's see who needs a contract here. We got a crap ton of cap space. Ikumukwanu. He's coming back no matter what. I will give him a 5-year deal, even up the money. Please come back. Thank you. Okay, that's honestly not even terrible, too, for someone who's getting left tackle money. Darnell Mooney we'll look at. Dante Jackson will look at how much he regresses. Tyre Tart, 2-year, 10 mil. No. Brandon Cook, Morton wants that much money. No. Damn. We're going to be losing a ton of guys again. This Carolina Panthers team had a couple of really good players that they drafted. Behind that, ass. Straight ass, dude. This Carolina Panthers team is very upsetting. Okay, so Jared Riley is an X factor. I didn't realize that we already knew what his dev trait is. Do we already know what the middle linebacker's dev trait is too? Fuck, I don't want to get that spoiled, so we will go look at that as well. Jared Riley, though, was an X factor tight end. Phenomenal pickup for us at pick 6 to get an X factor tight end for Bryce Young to throw the ball to. And Rook is our 78 overall. For drafting him at a 70 overall last year, for him to already be a 78 overall is very, very sexy. Let's sim to the midseason mark, and we'll look at what the dev trait of the middle linebacker was as well. It sucks that we kind of got spoiled that Jared was an X factor, but I'm not going to complain at all that he's an X factor. Zero complaints from me that he was an X factor, especially seeing that strong safety was an X factor as well. But let's quickly go take a look at the team now, and let's see what the team now looks like. Jared Riley, X factor, and the middle linebacker is, oh my god, he's also an X factor. Holy fuck, we drafted 2 X Factor players at 6 and 7. The strong safety was also an X Factor too. There were 3 X Factor players in that draft class. Holy crap. Last year's draft class was really damn good. And we got 2 X Factor players. I am not complaining at all. We're also 4-2 somehow. I don't really know how that's going on, but we're 4-2. No complaints for me. Let's look at the schedule here of the 4-2 Carolina Panthers. We lost to the Dolphins week 1. We lost to the Bills by 1. But besides that, damn. We could have, honestly, that Bills loss by 1 probably was us going for 2 points at the end of the game and not getting it. Because Madden can fucking lick my ball sack that they do that bullshit. It always screws me over and the other team always gets it. Our offense is 20th in yards, but our defense is 10th. So our defense is actually doing really well for us. Bryce Young is looking better than usual. The interceptions are down. The completion rating is up. Miles Sanders is ass. Miles Sanders sucks. No way around it. Receiving, Darnell Mooney's doing really good for us. So is Mingo. So is Riley. Blocking, not terrible. Hey, Austin Colbert, I'm glad I gave you that contract. Defensively, we're getting basically no pressure. And we have 2 picks. Okay, so we're 4-2. I think we're kind of overachieving right now, if I had to be completely honest with you. So if I had to guess, I'm probably saying we're about to see 7-10 or 8-9 at the mid-season mark. We'll see, though. Maybe the Carolina Panthers will surprise me and will continue to play good football. But I think we're overachieving right now. But we'll see what happens here. And look at that, 7-10. I knew we were overachieving. I knew our team. We went 4-2 to start the season. We finished the season 3-8 because I just know Madden that well. I just know Madden, dude. Unfortunately, I know how these fuckers work. Oh, we even won, too. So we were 5-2. Lost 2, then 1. Okay, so we went on a 5-game losing streak. So we were 7-5, and then went on a 5-game losing streak. 4 of those games were at home, mind you. Our defense played like shit. Lost 3 to... Oh, I fucking hate Madden. I mean, I love this game. Woo! Please sponsor me, Madden. Madden is so much fun. You can clearly tell that the developers at EA... 8-9-1 division. We can truly tell that the developers at EA went all out, and they totally gave so much life and personality to this game. It is so much fun to play with no bullshit whatsoever. Bryce Young looked better. You still want to see more out of him. He looked better. Miles Sanders, meh. Darnell Mooney and Riley both over 1,000 yards. Mingo almost had 1,000 yards too. Blocking. Of course, Iku Mukwanu's is ass. Why wouldn't he be? Defensively, Brian Burns. Oh, Derek Brown with 9.5 sacks. Brian Burns with 8.5. Chris Braswell didn't do that much. Aura did okay, I guess. 4 interceptions for Jamie Davis. That's nice. So at least we saw improvement. We're probably... I don't know where our draft pick's going to be. That's the only issue here. Let's look at the standings. Why are the Raiders always so damn good in Sim? Okay, so the Broncos suck, the Chargers suck, the Saints sucks. Oh my god, there's a lot of good... Fuck! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We went 7-10 and are going to have pick 12. That's disgusting. That is absolutely disgusting that we did that bad, but we're going to have that high of a draft pick. Oh my god. An ass ton of skill points here for Jared Riley. Bryce Young also with 3 skill points too. I like that Bryce Young's developing, but at the same time, it just means I'm going to have to pay the fucker even more. Because this was his 3rd season now. He's about to go into his 4th season. 81 overall superstar dev. Fuck, hopefully I don't have to... +3 awareness is my damn upgrade for Bryce Young there. So fucking sexy. Isaiah Jones with only 2 skill point upgrades, even though his counterpart, Laken Wright... Whoa, 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 whoa. I did not just say that. Jared Riley. Cut that out, editor Cameron. Jared Riley. Got 2 skill point upgrades there. Braswell's able to at least go up to an 80 overall. That'll be nice. You know what? All things considering, the only thing I'm really upset with is that a lot of teams played like shit, and we have the 12th overall pick. If it wasn't for that, if we had picked like 8, I would actually be really happy with the season because we clearly took a step up. And I think just what we just need to do is just get more talented players. I mean, no fucking shit, right? But by that I mean that we have a lot of young talent. I think if there's like some really good players in free agency, I'm gonna throw them the bag here because our team is filled with young talent. I think we just need some like really damn good, like a superstar talent on offense to just really turn the team around here. 143 million cap too. So Bryce Young, honestly, it doesn't even really matter what the Bryce Young contract is. We have an ass ton of money. We're going to spend this. We still have 18 players ready to re-sign. Bryce Young, honestly, I'm just going to let him walk and we'll sign him in free agency next year. Darnell Mooney actually did good for us, but he doesn't want to be here. I'll just re-sign him in free agency, honestly. Dante Jackson, we have so much money. I'll sign him to a 1-year, $4 million contract. Even if his replacement is there in free agency, it's only $4 million. Tahir Tart can walk. Brandon Cooks can walk. Morton can walk. Fuck you. I'm not paying you $19 million a season, dude. Good fucking luck getting that in free agency. So we're having some older players walk. I got 140 million cap space here. If anyone is in free agency that I see that I like, they are becoming a Carolina Panther. I don't care. And Penei Sewell is becoming a Carolina Panther. Fucking 97 overall. I'm giving him the bag. There's also Tre'Davious Ward here, Marlon Humphreys, Deebo Samuel, Rodney Staley, Joel Bitonio, Tyrone Smith, Marcus Williams, Harrison Butker, Trent Brown, Kevin Byard, DeMarcus Lawrence. All right, a lot of good guys here in free agency. Let me go sign my free agents. I said I got money to go sign guys, so I've offered a lot of contracts out here. Penei Sewell, I offered a massive contract to Penei Sewell. Deebo Samuel, I offered him a decent contract. Brandon Sheriff, just a 1-year deal. J.K. Dobbins, a 1-year deal. And Travis Jones, a 2-year deal. I see we're battling with the Falcons for 2 of these guys. Hopefully we can beat them and take both the guys away from them. I'm expecting at least 3 out of 5 of these guys to come to us. And I was right. We get Penei Sewell, we get Brandon Sheriff, and we get J.K. Dobbins. Unfortunately, Deebo Samuel decided to go elsewhere. He went to the Titans. Let's see if we can get Travis Jones here. It's either us or Atlanta that's going to get him, it seems like. And we steal him away. Okay, so we got both players from Atlanta that we wanted to. We went out and signed 4 guys to big contracts. Very happy with our free agent signings there. Now, looking at the team here, offensively, we desperately still need wide receiver, and we need center. We need interior offensive line bad. Our edges are good. And we could also move Ikem Ekwonu into interior offensive line if we get a left tackle. So we just need offensive line. We need weapons here too. Jonathan Mingo's the only positive weapon that they have. Defensively, defense is still looking really good. I can't complain about. Look at how good this defense is. I cannot complain about this defense at all. Defense is an 87 overall. We could use another corner. Another corner could be nice, but we need wide receiver and we need interior offensive line desperately here. We need wide receivers so bad. Let's go see if there's still any really good wide receivers in free agency that we can go out and sign. Give them like a decent contract to come here. I don't hate bringing Brandon Cooks back on another 1-year deal. It worked well for us last year. We'll bring him back this year. Now, I want to quickly go check out our draft picks that we have. We have pick 11. We have a 1st, 2nd, and a 3rd. Our 4th and our 5th we traded away last year. Okay. And we got pick 11. It's still a pretty good draft pick. And we also got a 2nd and a 3rd as well. So let's just sim to the draft right now. Let's look at the private workouts. Like I said, our big needs are wide receiver and interior offensive line. Fuck, this right tackle looks really damn good. The number 1 player in the class is a right tackle who literally has everything except he has F injury, which doesn't matter because injuries are turned off. So he has B block, lead block, and D stamina. He literally has he literally has A everything, and he's only 21. Shit. I'm going to be trading up to number 1 to draft this right tackle, aren't I? He literally has A everything, except he has F finesse, F injury. So like in real life, this would be like Foley Fashanu, you know, or Leatu Latu. Like, one of the best players in the draft class, just he has injury concerns. But in terms of Madden, when I have injuries turned off, there are no injury concerns. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to find a way to trade up with the Denver Broncos to get this right tackle, because he looks like an absolute freak. Literally everything, except he doesn't have good stamina, and he's got block shed. So just really damn good player, just injury and stamina is an issue. Okay, so we traded away pick 11, our second round pick this year, our second and our third round pick in 2027, and our first round pick in 2028. So now in 2027, we don't have a second, third, or a fourth round pick. So in next year's draft class, we literally only have our first. This right tackle just looks like to be an absolute freak, man. Like, what else do you want me to say? This right tackle literally is fucking everything except stamina and lead block. Like, he's going to be an absolute freak. And we can slide him over to... We can either slide him or Penei Sewell over to left tackle. Like, hidden development. And he's only 21, too. So he'll also develop really well. Like, I just had to trade up for him. He just looks so damn good. This is literally a potential X Factor right tackle. Like, he's that good of a player. I had to give up everything for him. We also still have a third round pick here as well. So let's see if there's anyone here in the third round that we can trade for. Couple of ass wide receivers. That's what you always like to see. All these wide receivers just suck. You love seeing just Fs. Parker Whitelock's the only guy that doesn't look... he still looks like shit. Not even a good athlete. Ass. This dude looks like shit. But he has traits, I guess. Whatever. Parker Whitelock. He's ass. I don't know why I just drafted him, but we got the right tackle. That's what we needed to do. And now next year, we still have our first round pick. We just don't have a second, third, or a fourth. On this right tackle, I honestly think his floor is a 79. I'm expecting to see either a 79 to an 82 overall here for the right tackle. And 82 overall. Perfect. And Whitelock's a 68. Oh my god, I forgot that we need a center. Whoops. Was Whitfield the best player in the draft? Oh my god. An 80 overall D tackle going to the Saints? Holy shit. Went third overall, Tyrese Richards. Damn. Also, a really good center here, Jose Lopez. Damn, the Saints got 2 of the top 5 players in the draft. That's not good. Colts also getting another really good player. So the only other guys that we really missed out on was this D tackle and the center. But we got the right tackle, and I'll figure out if I'm going to keep him at right tackle or move him over to left tackle. We'll figure out what's best for this team here in a second. I've set the roster. Now time to do the training camp. It'll probably be the same guys as last season, but if it's not, I will let you know. Ooh, we have a training camp standout here now for the Carolina Panthers that I found in week 2. I wonder who it is. Oh, Rook. Let's give him some power moves and block shedding here. I've been developing him as a block shedder. Let's give him that power moves and finesse moves. +3 to both for Rook will be massive for his development. All right, and here we are now at the start of Season 3. I think we're good enough to be a playoff team, but I don't know if Madden's going to let us be a playoff team, so I'm still just going to do 7 wins here. Choose draft class. We'll keep the auto-generated rookies. We do have a first-round pick, so I'll set the scouts. Scouts are set. Camp standout here for Rook. The GOAT, number 92. Hopefully he can get 2 sacks or tackles for loss for us. That would be huge. Opening day keys. I'm again going to do the defense. Let's do passing. I think our passing defense can stop the Browns here. I don't know if they still got Deshaun Watson, you know. But I think it would be a real happy ending for us if we can hold Deshaun Watson to under 200 receiving yards, or passing yards, I should say. And now let's go quickly check out the roster here. And here's the team going into year 3. Offensive line, we went all out on improving offensive line. We signed the right tackle first overall, and we got Brandon Sheriff and Panay Sewell in free agency. I still would like better wide receivers and a better running back. We'll see how J.K. Dobbins does on this one-year contract, but Jonathan Mingo has really only been the surefire wide receiver for us. Obviously, Jaden Riley is really good at tight end, but we still need some more wide receivers for Bryce Young. And defensively, I didn't even realize this last season, but Brian Burns went up to X Factor. Goated for Brian Burns. So now Brian Burns is a 90 overall edge rusher for us and with X Factor. And this middle linebacker that we drafted last year, Isaiah Jones, he's now an 87 overall X Factor middle linebacker for us, going into his second year out of USC. All right, there's not much more I can do, so let's advance to week 3 now to see the free agents. Obviously, Bryce Young's the big one that I can think about. I don't really know of anyone else besides Bryce Young. We got our backs blown out by the Cleveland Browns. They dropped 31 on us. So, oh, well, Ruka did not get his training camp standout. I've basically found that 9 times out of 10 you don't get it. Sometimes you do and you get lucky, but usually you don't. And keys to victory. Did we hold Deshaun Watson to under 200 passing yards? We did not. Our defense still ass. Still ass. And now let's advance to week 3 here, where we are 7 overall higher than the Arizona Cardinals. So let's remember this. A 7 overall higher team is going to... Okay, we're going to smoke them, thankfully. Oh, and we even got a weekly award. But let's look at these free agents. Let's see how much Bryce Young is going to cost us. He doesn't want to be here. Why not, Bryce? We fucking traded up for you. Income tax. Of course this fucker gives a shit about income tax. Why wouldn't he? All right, how much does he want? Honestly, that is not a bad contract. Like, for a quarterback, this isn't terrible at all. Just come and sign with us, Bryce. Okay, perfect. We got Bryce Young for a quarterback contract that isn't terrible. Jonathan Mingo, I'm re-signing him. He's been the best part of this team. And I'll even give him some more years, and his cap hit will go up to $9.91 million. And Jonathan Mingo comes back. Jeremy Chin, we'll see at the end of the season. J.K. Dobbins, we gave him a 1-year deal, so we'll see how he's gonna do. And we have a couple of other guys. We'll investigate them at once we get closer to the end of the season here. Who got the weekly award? Bryce Young did. Good job, Bryce. All right, let's send to the midseason mark. And at the midseason, we are 4-2 again. This is exactly where we were last season. We just got our backs blown out by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are apparently... we're dead last in the division at 4-2. Dead last in the division. This is also... I would like to keep this in mind. This is a division that has been known as Tank Division for quite some time. And we are currently 4-2 and losing Tank Division. So that goes to show how much better it's gotten. Let's look at the stats here. 21st offense. That's not good. But first defense. We have the best defense in the NFL. Bryce Young, of course I gave him the bag, and now he's playing like shit again. 7 touchdowns in 6 games, Bryce. Really? That's hot. J.K. Dobbins is doing decent, but he's also not getting a lot of touchdowns as well. Who the fuck did I just see has a rushing touchdown? Oh, our fullback. Awesome. Receiving, Jonathan Mingo still continuing to look great for us. Jared Riley also is doing pretty damn good. Blocking, Ikemukwamu with only 3 sacks. Panay Sewell with only 2. Our fucking rookie right tackle, baby. No sacks allowed. That's what you really like to see. He was worth trading up for the first overall pick. And defensively, Derek Brown with 5.5 sacks. Chris Braswell with 4 sacks. Brian Burns with only half a fucking sack. Okay, that's really hot. I'm glad he went up to X Factor and just decided to do fuck all this season. Let's see what dev trait now that rookie right tackle has. I'm better see Superstar or X Factor. Okay, Superstar dev. No complaints there. And now our offensive line has 4 Superstar players. Okay. All right. The team's looking good. The team is looking good. Let's advance to the end of the regular season now, and let's see if we can finally get a playoff berth for the Carolina Panthers, who in real life have missed the playoffs for 6 straight seasons, and we've missed them back-to-back in this league. So the Panthers have now missed the playoffs for 8 straight seasons. So Panthers fans, are not happy right now, but we've crafted a really damn good team here. So let's see if after 8 long years, the Panthers can finally make it back into the playoffs. And they do at 11-6. Damn, we lost to the Buccaneers in the last week, and if we would have beaten the Bucs, then we would have won the division and had a home playoff game, but alas, that did not happen. We also had a weekly award when we lost. Oh, damn, Jones with 11 tackles for loss and 1 interception. Okay, so playoff rivals here. We lost to the Buccaneers twice this season, so this will be a chess match for sure. So hopefully that doesn't mean that we lose to the Bucs 3 times. That'd be really nice if we can just beat them once. We'll just play it cool. Like I said, we've lost to this team twice, so why would I guarantee a win against a team that I've lost to 2 times this season? So looking at the schedule here, we lost the Browns. We were 4-3, but then went on a win streak here. Lost the Steelers, we won 11-6. I would say that's a pretty damn good season seeing as we've went, 3-14 and then 7-10 the first 2 seasons. So this has been our best season, hands down. Statistically, we had the 4th best offense. Bryce Young actually looked like he had a really damn good season. 15th best offense, or 15th best defense. Bryce Young for sure had his best season. His interceptions are still so damn high. I wish he wouldn't throw so many picks. J.K. Dobbins had a pretty good season for us. Definitely the best running back season we've had so far of the league. I love the 15 touchdowns. He had over 1,000 rushing yards. You can't complain. Jesus Christ. Both Jared Riley, Shakir, and Jonathan Mingo all had over 1,200 receiving yards, with Shakir and Riley both having 11 touchdowns each. Offensively, Sanu only with 6 sacks, the tackle with only 6 sacks. Offensive line played really well. I'm not going to complain at all from that offensive line. Defensively, Derek Brown with 10 sacks, Chris Braswell with 9.9 sacks. Defensive line did really good this season. You would have liked to see more interceptions, but oh well. And now, here we are. We're going into the playoff game. We've lost to the Buccaneers twice, unfortunately, but we have a really good team. That would be awesome if we could get it done here. I would love to just not lose to the Bucs 3 times in one season. That would really suck. But let's go upset the Buccaneers right now and advance to the divisional round. And we don't. They beat us 3 fucking times in one season. Fuck me, dude. Buccaneers just owned our number this season, unfortunately. We were both 11-6. I love just being a wild card exit. The 9-8 Falcons made it to the Super Bowl. Let's see if we got anyone that went up in dev trait. I forgot to check this last time. Let's see if we got any dev trait, boys. Offensively, Shakir did go up to star dev. And defensively, Braswell went up to superstar dev. And the Cincinnati Bengals were able to beat the Falcons in the Super Bowl. I guess I don't know which I would have preferred as a Falcons fan. Of course, I'd love to see them win the Super Bowl, but right now I'm playing as the Panthers. You don't want your division rivals to win the Super Bowl. It's kind of insulting. Now, players ready to negotiate. I got $89 million in cap. Jeremy Chin, he just doesn't want to be here. J.K. Dobbins, I can sign in free agency, honestly. Kylie Shakir played really well for us. But again, I think I can just re-sign him in free agency if I really want to. Austin Colbert, he's actually been really good for us. Brandon Sheriff, I think I will bring him back on a 1-year deal while I can. Okay, thank God. There's a lot of players that are decent here, and I'll bring these guys back in free agency if I can. But there could potentially be better offers in free agency, so I don't want to limit myself and then go into free agency and see that there's some really good guys there. Because I got $76 million in cap to spend, and next year, I think the only guys I really have to sign are Braswell and the D tackle. So here, okay. Looking at this, it doesn't look the best, but I'll go out and see who I can get. So honestly, this free agency class wasn't that good. A lot of players that I've signed here are older guys to 1-year deals. Tony Pollard, I gave a big 1-year contract to. Tyron Johnson, I gave a big 1-year contract to. Kylie Shakir, I gave a 2-year deal to. Austin Colbert, I just gave a big 1-year contract to. And Lucas Van Ness, I gave a big 2-year contract to. So let's see. I'm hoping to get all 5 of these guys. At least 4 out of 5 is what I'm expecting. And we do get all 5 of them. So we fill out our roster with really good talent here. Basically, my mindset is we have so much young talent on this roster now that just continue to develop them. And we still have our first round draft pick. So use that first round draft pick to better the team. We need another wider. Well, not really, actually, because Mingo and Shakir were really damn good. Looking at this team, like, shit, actually, use just the first round draft pick on best player available. Colbert and Brandon Sheriff are both old, so we will have to replace them. We definitely need a wide receiver 3, and Pollard we only signed a 1-year contract to. And then defensively here, Lucas Van Ness is kind of just a backup because we also have Travis Jones here, who's still playing good. So, I mean, defensively... Oh, we don't have a safety. Fuck. Okay, we don't have either safeties. I forgot that I let both my safeties walk. That's an issue. We don't have safety. I will need to go get us some safeties. Kevin Byard offered a 1-year contract to. Jatavius Martin I offered a little mini 2-year contract to. He was actually very cheap. It was like only 2 years, $5 million contract. And we got both of them. So we've actually, this free agency class, we've kind of hit it out of the park. However, it was only 1-year deals. So we have a really good team going into next season. However, like I just said, it's a bunch of 1-year contracts on players who are pretty much nearing the end of their peak. So if we don't get it done this season in year 4, year 5 could be a very interesting year for us. So we only have our first round pick. We don't have a second or third or a fourth. So I'm not trading up to 1 again for a left tackle, even though that left tackle looks phenomenal. This pick is going to 100% be best player available. So I'm just going to look around and see who that will be. So looking over the draft class, there were actually a decent amount of good players. There were some good players in this draft class. I'm not going to trade up high. The tackle that's supposed to go first overall is a top 5 tackle. He looks like an absolute beast, but I don't have the ammo or the desire to again trade up really damn high for a tackle. So the Cleveland Browns can have at him. I'm going to look at the draft board here and see if there's any player worth trading up, especially out of the players that I scouted. This wide receiver, David Bridge, looks to be pretty good. Freak athlete. Absolute freak athlete. You would like to see better skills from him, only D medium route. If I had to guess, he's probably like a 73 overall, but he's an absolute freak athlete, and he's schemed to go to us. His number 1 team is us. Just, I don't really want to trade up that much for him, you know? Like, I can't really find myself trading up that much for a wide receiver when we already have 2 pretty good options here and we don't have a lot of draft capital to begin with. I don't really know who else I would draft, though. There was a corner that I was looking at that looked pretty decent. I think this guy here, Lonnie Fry, out of Boston College. We've been loving Boston College. He's a pretty good athlete. He looks decent. I'll maybe advance to the next couple of picks. If the wide receiver falls out of the top 10, I will entertain a trade. But he has to fall out of the top 10. I'm not trading into the top 10 for a wide receiver. Okay. And he went at 7 to the Giants. I'm honestly just going to advance to my pick. I wasn't going to trade up for that wide receiver. And let's see if there's anyone here at pick 22 that's good enough to make a difference for our team. Greg Charles looks to be literally the exact opposite of that other wide receiver that we were looking at, where he has really good traits. A, catch in traffic, B, release, B, spectacular catch. Seems like he's a decent route runner, but physically, his traits aren't that good. He's slow. So this is a jump ball wide receiver. And I mean, to be fair, the wide receivers that we have are... Do I draft this wide receiver here at 22? there's no one else here I would draft, honestly, with this draft pick. So I will look at the trade down spots. It will either be this wide receiver or I will trade down. Let's look at what I can get if I trade away the pick. First round pick in the next 2 years? You got me fucked up. Ooh, this trade with the Raiders I actually like, even though the Raiders are always really damn good though. But their first and second round pick, their first, second, and third round pick next year, mind you. The Raiders are offering me their first, second, and third to give him this pick. And as much as I like that wide receiver, the Dolphins are offering me the same trade. So who do I think is going to be worse, the Dolphins or the Raiders? The Raiders are for some reason really good, so I'm going to trade with the Dolphins here. The Dolphins are literally offering me their first, second, and third round pick next year for my first round pick right now. So Dolphins can take this pick. Let's see who they draft, because they're saying that this player is worth first, second, and third round pick next season. Left outside linebacker out of Auburn. Awesome. And we will literally let Madden control our draft. We got a 4th round pick in that trade, so I think we got a 4th, a 5th, a 6th, and a couple of 7ths. Madden can handle that. And now in next year's draft, remind you, we don't have our first round pick in next year's draft class because I had to trade that to the Bears or the Broncos to get that right tackle. So now we do have a first round pick next year. So now in next year's draft class, we now have the Dolphins first, and then our own second, the Dolphins second, our own third, and the Dolphins third. Draft recap. Maybe Madden and Sim drafted us a GOAT. No, they did not. Let's see if we missed out on anyone, though. Oh, I see a couple of 80 overalls. Oh, yeah, the tackle that the Browns got was an 80 overall. Really good corner here. Damn, ton of good corners. What was this wide receiver that I was 76 overall? Hidden dev. Just don't show me X Factor. Anything but X Factor. I wasn't going to trade up to 7, all right, for a wide receiver. Instead, I was able to get an ass ton of draft capital for next year. Okay, here we are at year 4, and I'm going to fill out the roster. Okay, roster's filled out, going into training camp. I don't think I'm going to be doing anyone new, so just assume that all the guys that I've been doing, I'm going to do. Here for Trench Battle, I'm actually going to do Brian Burns, because I know that I'm going to have to re-sign Braswell and the 3rd round D tackle, Ruka. They're both going to need contracts, and those are going to be the 2 guys I'm going to have to re-sign. So I'm just going to get Brian Burns one, just to try to make those 2 guys not as painful to have to re-sign. And we were able to easily get gold with Brian Burns, no issues. Ooh, we get another training camp standout, our 3rd one. Who is it going to be with this time? Oh, it's Ruka again. Perfect. Let's give him even more power moves and finesse moves to work with. +3 to both of them. So he's gotten +6 power and finesse moves from these. So no complaints here from me. Here we are going into the start of season 4 now, where we made the playoffs last season. Our team's only gotten better this season, and our young players have continued to develop. So I think there's no reason for us not to think that we won't. Again, we're going to do auto-generated rookies, and we actually have a lot of draft capital in this draft class, so I'm going to do the regional focus here. I was able to set the scouts how I like them to. I think the scouts are going to be really well. And, alright, back-to-back seasons, dude. Let's see if you can break out here, rookie. I really want you to break out. What would kind of suck, though, is I know I have to re-sign him, so, like, if he's actually the first guy that gets it, then he's just kind of screwing me over, but again, I'm not going to complain about it. I'll give him the bag. Let's try defense again. Let's this time try stopping the run. We're 0-3 in week 1. And we're 0-3 in wins, and we haven't even been able to get that shit. So let's try this out here. Going into year 4 now, we have an 88 overall team. Offensively, still haven't gotten that elite wide receiver 1, but both Mingo and Shakir got 1,200 yards last year. So can't complain. Tony Pollard's now the guy they're bringing in on a 1-year contract instead of J.K. Dobbins. Jared Riley is just continuing to develop now in his 3rd year. He's a 93 overall X Factor. Bryce Young has gotten himself up to an 88 overall as well. Then defensively, really nice defense. Our safeties could be better. Both of our safeties are just 1-year guys we signed on a 1-year contract, but the front seven is phenomenal. Corners are also looking really good as well. So safety is the only real position that I think we could definitely use to upgrade. But let's see how the team goes here. Let's advance the week. I didn't fucking set the depth chart. Oh no. Hopefully that doesn't cost us in week 1. Hopefully we actually get a W. We're at home too. We're a much higher overall than the Jaguars. No reason that we shouldn't win this game unless Madden just hates our guts. Oh my god, we actually smoked him. 49-14. Did we get the training camp standout finally? Fuck no, of course we didn't. Why would we? Why would we? Did we get the keys of victory though? Did we hold the Jaguars to under 75 rushing yards? Oh my god, we did. Wait, why is JC Horn, our corner, talking to us about stuffing the run? Isn't that a little weird? Don't you think it would be like Brian Burns or something? Whatever. Who got the weekly award? Bryce Young? He did. Holy shit, Bryce Young looked really damn good. Now, let us just advance one more week. Hopefully we can beat the Aints. We 7 overall higher than them. At home. Let's just see that 2-0 start. None of that bullshit, Madden. None of that Madden bullshit. We're 7 overall higher and at home, and we do get the W. That's what we like to see. We have to re-sign Brian Burns again. I don't like that. Chris Braswell at least wants to be here. This honestly isn't terrible. I'll re-sign him to this contract. Okay, we got Chris Braswell back. Brian Burns we'll look at. Oh my god, why does Ruka not want to be here? Ruka, what don't you like about Carolina, dude? No, I'm not going to fucking upgrade you. What don't you like about here? Because we're not historic champions. Just agree to this contract, bro. Because we're not historic champions. Dude doesn't like the team because we aren't historic champions. How about you fuck off? How about that? Chris Adams, Drain. This isn't a bad contract at all for him here. Just sign this contract. Perfect. Wait, did he agree to that or no? Okay, he did. Thank God. All these other guys are the 1-year contracts that we signed. So all these guys will sign at the end of the regular season. The only 2 guys I'm really worried about right now is Brian Burns and Rookie. I really want to sign him back because he's been good. Brian Burns, oh my god, he wants so much fucking money. And he's 29 too, which is the worst part about it as well. It's not like he's going to be getting any better. We'll reevaluate at the midseason mark here. Fuck, Rookie's only be more expensive. I'm going to go week by week because I don't want him to get a higher overall and then I have to re-sign his ass for even more money because he's going up in overall. We're 3-0. That's really damn good. I offered you a 5-year deal. This is the best I can do. If he doesn't accept this, I can't do it better. Okay. I just overpaid for him, but I really like him. You know, we drafted him in the 3rd round. He's been a good player for us. Kerryon Arnold, that's not a... All these guys, these aren't bad contracts. Just, I'll look at the end of the season. Brian Burns is the only one where it's like, fuck. I really don't know what to do with Brian Burns. I'm going to be honest. But let's send him to the midseason mark and see where we're at. Okay. I fucking hate Madden. We started off the year 3-0. 3-0, and now we're 4-3 at the midseason mark. What the fuck? Oh, the Giants blow our backs out. The Patriots, at least it was close. And we lose to the Bucks because we can't beat the Buccaneers to save our fucking life. 4-0 against the Bucks recently. Dude, that just pisses me off. We start off 3-0, and then we lose the next 1 of 3. And now it's like, I'm really torn on Brian Burns. Do I trade him or not? Do I trade Brian Burns right here? 3rd best offense. We got a phenomenal offense. Is our defense just shit? And 6th best defense. No. Top 10 offense and defense, but of course we're 4-3. Why wouldn't we be? Bryce Young's doing really well. Pollard's doing okay, I guess. Receiving, fucking hell, Jared Riley. Holy shit. He could have a phenomenal... Oh my god, he's having such a good season. Offensive line's doing really well. Defensively... Only 2.5 sacks for Brian Burns. Only 4 tackles for loss. It's like Darren Brown's getting pressure. And I have Lucas Van Ness as well that I signed. Do I just trade Brian Burns? this might be such an L on my take, but I did sign Lucas Van Ness. And he's obviously nowhere near Brian Burns, but Brian Burns in 7 weeks has only gotten 2.5 sacks. And he wants so much damn money. And I know I can get something good for Brian Burns too. I think Brian Burns, unfortunately, he just has to get traded right now. It's just what has to happen. Is there any team that has green interest in Brian Burns? You would think so. How is it that no team has green interest in him? Is it because of his contract? He's a 91 overall X Factor edge rusher. Seriously, no team has green interest in the motherfucker. Okay. And I've traded Brian Burns to the Cleveland Browns for a really good young D tackle who has superstar dev and Grant Delpit. So Grant Delpit can instantly come in and being our starting strong safety. He was 28. And we had another player here. Who was it that's walking? I might be dumb here. I could... Oh, she's the first guy. Travis Jones. He also needed a new contract. So we just replaced him as well. So now I can go trade Travis Jones as well. Rams, I just traded Kyrie Jones for a 3rd-round pick, straight up. So now here's the team. We obviously lost Brian Burns, but we get an upgrade at strong safety with Grant Delpit. And now our interior defensive line looks even better and even scarier. Jordan Martin, I actually don't... I think I'll keep him there as a backup. That'll be fine. So Brian Burns is gone, but we got 2 good players to replace him. And hopefully now... Is Martin going to be our slot corner? Fuck no. All right. Let's hopefully we can make a late season push. We were able to save some money. Let's see what we can do here. And here we are in the playoffs at 12-5. So we actually did even better than we did last season. However, again, we don't win the fucking division because the Falcons ball out and go 13-4. And I just wish I would win the division more when we got home playoff games, man. One last hurrah. Who the fuck is this? Who's about to retire after this season? Oh my god, I saw Bryce Young. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, Brandon Sheriff, our starting center. Okay. Plus 10 morale for all players because we really want to get Brandon Sheriff a playoff win here. I don't hate it. I want to see Brandon Sheriff getting a playoff win. Are we the 5th overall team? We are. Of course we're 5th. Falcons are 2nd. Good for you, Atlanta. Great for you guys. I'm glad you're 13-4 and all the way up there. But let's look at the schedule. We did go 12-5, and you know what? I'm actually really happy with 12-5. I would say 12-5 and better, you cannot complain with at all. 11-6, depending on the season. Like 11-6, I really like that last season. But being able to go up again and go 12-5 is really nice. So we won the first 3. And then we were 4-3, so we finished the season 8-2, 8-3, 8-2. We beat the Buccaneers, holy shit. Lost the Texans, lost the Falcons. We actually did really good at the second half of the season here. So our losses were to the Falcons, Texans, Bucks, Giants, and Patriots. Did we even play the Packers? We do not play the Packers. So we do not have any history against the Packers this season. Let's look at the stats. We were 3rd in offense and 4th in defense. Tony Pollard did not do well. Bryce Young had a really good season, though. Almost had 5,000 yards, 37 passing touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Best season for Bryce Young for sure. Tony Pollard did not do good. 19 rushing touchdowns is great, but only 3.3 yards per carry is not nice. Jared Riley with 1,400 yards and 15 touchdowns. Jonathan Mingo with over 1,000 yards. Same with Shakir with over 1,000 yards. Blocking, Ikem Ekwonu's been doing really good. Penei Sewell, you know what? In terms of Madden, this is actually really good blocking that we've gotten here. And on the defensive line, Derek Brown with 12 sacks, Chris Braswell with 10 sacks, Ruka with 6.5. You know what? I can't complain with those sack numbers. And we got a lot of interception as well. Grant Delpit making his name well known. A ton of interceptions for our defense. And now, I'm going to be honest, like, I don't want to have to jump into a game in the wild card. But fuck, man, I have such a bad feeling about this game. I do. I honestly do. I really feel like we're about to lose this game. Well, our team is so damn good. Please, Madden. I don't want to jump in the wild card. I think that's too early to jump in. Please, can we just beat the Packers? Please. Yes, thank God. Thank God we beat the Packers. That is really nice to see. 2 more wins and we're in the Super Bowl. The guys are rallying around Brandon. Oh my God, we're continuing to get fucking hella morale. Thank you, Brandon Scher, for wanting to retire after this season. I mean, we're a 90 overall, and we're now going... How do we have a home playoff game? Did the 2, 3, and 4 seed all lose? Holy shit. Giants beat the Falcons. Seahawks beat the Cowboys? Damn. We get a home playoff game, and I'm going to jump in now. I feel like wild card is too soon, but divisional round here, I'm jumping in. So I'm going to sim here, and let's just hope that the Carolina Panthers can get it done, and I don't even need to go into the game. We get a field goal to start the game off. Not a lot of scoring here. We get a touchdown. We're up 10-0. Seahawks answer with a touchdown of their own, though. We get another touchdown. We're up 17-7 at half. They kick a field goal at 17-10. We kick another field goal. All right, we're cooking with gas here. No bullshit comebacks. And the Carolina Panthers win 27-10. I didn't even need to go into this game. So we just went straight up. And Bryce Young looked phenomenal. Damn, Bryce Young's really playing some good ball here. Tony Pollard even had a decent game himself. Defensively, how did the defense do? We got no fucking sacks, but that doesn't matter because we won 27-10. I didn't even need to go in, so this was a legit Madden win. And Madden wanted us to be in the conference championship game. We beat the Packers straight up, and now we beat the Seattle Seahawks straight up too. Now, here's the Carolina Panthers, and we are now going up against the 7 seed New York Giants, who have beaten the 2 seed Falcons on the road and the 1 seed 49ers on the road. And the 3 and the 4 seed are who is in it for the AFC. This would be absolutely insane if the 1 and the 2 seed weren't even in the conference championship games. It's a 5 and a 7 seed and a 3 and a 4 seed. And of course, the Giants are a hot opponent right now. We also lost to the Giants this season as well, so they have beaten us. All right, I mean, here's the roster. We're literally a 90 overall. Bryce Young's playing up to a 95. Jared Riley's playing up to a 99. Let's go and beat the Giants. We're at home. We were the 5 seed, and we get back-to-back home playoff games. That's pretty damn crazy. And let's see if we can beat the Giants. They've been on fire lately, though. The New York Giants have been incredibly hot. Gone into Atlanta, won. Went into San Francisco and won. But now they got one last task ahead of them. They have to come into Carolina and win. And we're not going to let that happen, right, boys? We are not going to let this happen. We're going to play out of our mind, and we're going to go to the Super Bowl. Giants get the ball first, and they get a touchdown, unfortunately, and we can't answer. And we're down 14-0. We get a field goal, though. Okay. Okay. Do we have the ball right now? Okay, so we're down by a touchdown with 3 minutes left here in the 4th quarter. And let's see what I can do here. Oh my God, look at all those superstar devs on the offensive line, plus with Riley. Do I not have X Factor offensive line play? Because he's my only X Factor. I don't have X Factor unlocked on the offense, do I? Wow, that is disappointing. He's the only X Factor that would benefit from it, but Riley is not able to benefit from X Factor play. And my 99 overall tight end just dropped a fucking pass. I'm so glad to see that in Madden, it rewards you for getting a player over to a 99 overall with him just dropping passes. Tony Pollard with a nice rush for 6 yards there. Let me quickly do that again, try to get a first down out of this. And actually, this is not a good formation. Let's see if Tony Pollard can pick up the first down. Oh, and he got great blocking. Okay, perfect. And Tony Pollard is able to pick up the first down. Do the Carolina Panthers play in South Carolina or North Carolina? Because I always thought that it was South Carolina. But Madden has them listed as playing in North Carolina. So, what do I know? We'll do a little check down to Tony Pollard here. He'll pick up about 7 yards with that check down pass. Do I do a screen with Pollard? This can completely backfire in our face. I also don't mind letting clock melt as well, because even if we do score, then the Giants will get the ball with all 3 timeouts, which isn't nice. So a little screen pass here. All right, it worked out perfectly for us, and Tony Pollard is able to pick up about another 10 yards there. Okay, first down run with Pollard. Oh, he's got it. Don't go in, Tony. Thank God. I thought Tony Pollard was about to go in and score a touchdown there. That would have been really bad because the Giants would have had about 50 seconds and all of their timeouts to score. So let's just milk down the clock. Oh, the Giants are just going to let us walk this in. So I'm going to run down the clock to about 10 seconds. Okay. And, oh my God, they blow it up. Thank God I waited for about 10 seconds because the New York Giants just completely blew up that run there. That is not good. Okay. Let's try this again with Tony Pollard. And fuck. Dexter Lawrence must have an X-Factor ability that just lets him just absolutely destroy me up the edge. That is not good here. Okay. Come on, Tony. Fuck yes. Tony Pollard gets in with 1 second. And now, I'm not going to be dumb like Madden. Because Madden always has you go for fucking 2 in these situations. And I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to kick the PAT and send the game into overtime. Especially now that I know that Dexter Lawrence has some ability. It's probably like a goal. I think I know exactly which one it is. Like when you're on the goal line, you get better block shedding. Because he was instantly bitching Brandon Sheriff up the middle there. That wasn't even an option. We don't. I never win the fucking coin toss. If you watched my last video, I had back-to-back overtime games where I lost the coin toss both times. So now I'm 0 for 3 in the coin toss because Madden is incredibly fair. So hopefully our defense can get a stop here. Let's take care of business here defensively. And it's a handoff to Saquon Barkley, and he's able to get 6 yards there, which isn't ideal. Our Giants going to run the ball again with him. It looks like they're in a running formation, but instead they... Oh, that's the rookie wide receiver that we could have traded up for. Thankfully we didn't, because he just dropped the ball there, but that play looked a little bit wonky to begin with. Now, let's see what we do here offensively. Should I use her, Barkley? Oh my God, it's a screen. Come on, someone make the tackle. Yes! Is that J.C. Horn? Good tackle. Oh, wait, Johnson. We're on the 36-yard line. We just need about 30 yards, and we're in field goal range. Let's not do anything stupid here. And as long as we don't do that, we're in prime position for a touchdown. I honestly don't hate Samuels here on the out route if he is open. And Cameron. I read that completely wrong. I read that so fucking wrong. I wasn't even able to see the defensive back on my screen until I already had pressed the button. And that could have been a royal mistake here. Thankfully, I did not screw it up that bad. And now... Tony Pollard is able to run up the middle for 2 yards, and we're faced with 3rd and 5 already on our very first drive. And Dexter Lawrence is a beast, and there's not too much you can really do about him. I'm hoping to get either Riley here or the other... Alright, come on, Riley. No more drop passes. Thank you. Thank you, Riley. We needed that one. Oh, wait, Mingo's going to be wide open on this. Watch him immediately throw it to Mingo. Perfect. There we go. And that's the money shot for us. That should be the play that gets us the W. Honestly, I might just even kick the field goal now. Not worry about any of this bullshit. All right. And it's right up the middle. Fuck you, Dayball. Fuck you. Just don't fumble, Tony. I'll make Brian Dayball use all of his... Why am I still fucking iced? What? Madden. Come on, Madden. Let's not be doing any of this bullshit. I know how much you love to hit me with Madden bullshit, but come on, man. Let's not be stupid here. There's no reason I should still be iced. Okay, let's try to line up for the field goal again, and we're iced. Why am I iced? So apparently, and now in Madden, you can just fucking call a timeout whenever. And even if you try to run another play, you are still going to get iced. I didn't know that. You know what? That is actually great to know, that it doesn't matter what you do in Madden. You're just going to get iced for no fucking reason. And thank God that wasn't an interception. Or else I would have slammed my controller. I better not be iced. Why am I fucking iced? Why am I iced right now, Madden? Someone in EA, please fucking explain this bullshit to me. Thankfully, I'm good enough to be able to kick the damn fucking field goal, but why was I iced there? Why was I iced? So if you call a timeout on first down, I'm going to get iced on fourth down? Fuck you, Madden. I still made it to the Super Bowl and you didn't want me to. You didn't give me the fucking coin flip. You iced me there. I still made it to the damn Super Bowl. So what? Hold that. Carolina Panthers going to the Super Bowl. Also, this actually is a very unrealistic rebuild because there's no shot in hell the Carolina Panthers are making the Super Bowl in the next 4 years. Come back to this video. If the Carolina Panthers make the Super Bowl in the next 4 years, I will personally give, if you're still watching this, comment down below. Just be like, I'm still watching, Cam, or the Panthers could totally make the Super Bowl in 4 years. And if you comment that and they do make the Super Bowl in the next 4 years, I will Venmo you like $100. You know what? Maybe even $1,000. In 4 years, maybe I got that money to Venmo you $1,000. We'll see what goes. We'll see what happens. But it's not going to happen in the next 4 years. But if you want a chance, just leave a comment down below and say the Panthers totally can make the Super Bowl in the next 4 years. You're just a moron. You don't realize that what they're doing is actually building a really talented team here, and everyone wants to go to David Temper's Carolina Panthers. You know what? You're right. I'm an idiot. I don't know what I'm talking about. All right, we're going to the Super Bowl. I don't know who we're playing. It was the Texans and the Bills in the Super Bowl, so we're playing one of those two. Ooh, and we're playing the Buffalo Bills with 9-8 Buffalo Bills. Few yearly awards. Let's see if we actually won any of these. Joe Burrow wins MVP. Bryce Young was actually 4th on MVP list. Good for Bryce Young. Offensive Player of the Year. Jared Riley was 4th. Defensive Player of the Year. Derek Brown was 5th. I don't think we had any rookies. Best QB, Bryce Young was 3rd. Best running back, Paul is not going to be on this list. Best wide receiver, Secure was 7th. Derek Brown was 3rd on best. Damn, Falcons had a good team. Chris Ballard was 3rd on best linebacker, though. So we had some guys on here. Let's see if anyone went up in dev trait here for the Super Bowl against the Buffalo Bills. Super Bowl day media, actually. Let's look at this. This is everything to me. This is my all. Carolina Panthers are 0-2 in the Super Bowl, and the Buffalo Bills are 0-4 in the Super Bowl. So 0-6 in Super Bowls combined for these 4 teams. So regardless, one of these franchises is going to get their very first Super Bowl win. Just will it be the Buffalo Bills or the Carolina Panthers? Obviously, we're hoping it's the Carolina Panthers. And Bryce Young goes up to X Factor, as expected. Bryce Young's an absolute GOAT. I need to go get offensive X Factor. Oh, Braswell goes up to X Factor too. Lucas Van Ness, even though he did jack shit, went up to Superstar Dev. Grant Del Pitt went up to X Factor. JC Horn went up to Superstar Dev. That is 4 dev traits on the defense and then 1 on the offense. Damn, dude. This Carolina Panthers team has actually turned into an absolute freak. We've crafted a phenomenal freak team here for Carolina. 90 overall team. Let's just go out and win the Super Bowl. What are the Bills only really have Josh Allen, dude? Come on. Let's just go out and win the Super Bowl. Oh, Ed Oliver is an X Factor. Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs is like 35. And it's playoff Stephon Diggs, too. If that was realistic, Stephon Diggs would do fuck all in this Super Bowl. I can tell you that right now. Oh, we're playing in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Stadium, too. Fuck, we can't beat the Buccaneers. Shit, that might actually put us at a disadvantage. But anyways, let's jump to the end of the game here. Let's just win the Super Bowl straight up. We get the ball. It's 0-0. Buffalo Bills get a touchdown. We answer with a touchdown of our own. They get another touchdown, unfortunately. We get a field goal. Buffalo also gets a field goal. Come on, boys. Oh, this isn't looking good. 24-17, and we got the ball. 1st and goal. Jump to the next play here. 4-yard rush by Tony Pollard. Next play. And we get a touchdown of our own. We've tied the game 24-24. Buffalo Bills have the ball. They're marching down the field on our ass right now. They are just easily fucking just walking down the field. They're just walking down the field. 3rd and 2. 4th and 1. I'm actually going to jump into the game here. What are the Buffalo Bills about? They're going to kick a field goal. Really? All right. We know what we have to do. We're down by 3 points with 2.5 minutes left. I think we have all 3 of our timeouts. Let's go and win the damn Super Bowl right here. Let's go and win the Super Bowl, plain and simple. Oh, look at Bryce Young. Look at how muddy he is. Bryce Young's been playing his heart out. I think he threw a pick 6, though, because we were driving and then I saw that Buffalo got a score, so we definitely threw like a pick 6 or something like that. Oh, a bad snap by Brandon Sheriff. Apparently he really wants to win the Super Bowl. And a little nice, yeah, Bryce Young does have an interception. Played a really good game outside of that interception, though. Let's hit Jonathan Mingo here on a quick little out route. He'll be wide open. Mingo, get out of bounds, and he can't, unfortunately, so now we're going to have the 2-minute warning. But oh well, we were able to pick up a first down there. Tony Pollard with another big run right up the gut. We'll call a timeout, and we're already in Buffalo territory here. Let's do this play. Sometimes the running back just gets wide open on this play. So let's see if Tony Pollard can somehow do some bullshit here. And he can't. We got circle wide open. So I throw the ball. It hits the helmet of Gregory Rousseau, goes flying into the air, and Ed Oliver gets it. I was literally driving to win the fucking Super Bowl. We were in their territory. And it's like, why do I play like a little bitch there in Madden? Because Madden can just do shit like that. We easily could have won that Super Bowl, but Madden hit us with one of the biggest fucking bullshit plays ever that I've ever fucking seen. I hit his fucking helmet and it goes flying into the air right into Ed Oliver's arms. Ed Oliver was fucking hella far away too, and he was just able to just magically get steam. I mean, at least Brandon Sheriff was able to make the Super Bowl. I mean, we made it to the Super Bowl with the Panthers. We lost by 3. We were literally that one fucking play away from winning it. We were literally a football hitting the helmet of Gregory Rousseau and flying up into the air of Ed Oliver's arms away from winning the Super Bowl. But that's Madden for you. That's Madden bullshit. We lose Super Bowl by 3, but all in all, we had a really good season here. I actually really like this Carolina Panthers team, and it's a nice young team, so I might even go back to this team, maybe even make a, like, re-exploring the Carolina Panthers team in the future. But this is just going to be this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you're still here, thank you so much. That means so much to me. Please leave comments down below on how I can improve these Madden series. Just give me tips on things that I can do that you would like to see. And thank you so much for watching, guys, and peace.